Hi folks, my name is Judy Horn. I work with my husband Nelson Horn. We're realtors in the Greater Palm Springs area. Most of you know that the Greater Palm Springs area, Indian Wells to be specific, is home of the BNP Paribas tennis tournament. This tennis tournament is the largest in the U.S. after the Grand Slam events. This year's tournament brought in over 340,000 people. The backbone of this tournament are its volunteers, and I'd like to talk to you today about the volunteers. There are approximately 1,500 volunteers who serve various roles in this tennis tournament. They man player services, they are ushers, they take tickets, they transport the public back and forth from the parking lot. The tournament just could not function without these volunteers. As a thank you, the tennis tournament awards these volunteers several items that they wear throughout the tournament. 1, a hat. 2, a shirt. 3, a jacket. Additionally, they provide these volunteers with a pass that they can use anytime during the tournament for their personal use. There's also another pass that they give them. It's a guest pass, and you are a very popular item in your community if you have one of these. Additionally, there's a parking pass, and each day that you work, you're given a food pass. It's a very exciting time for these volunteers to be part of such a fantastic tournament. If you or someone you know is interested in volunteering, I suggest that you start contacting the tournament people this October to reserve your spot. Now we're going to talk to one of the volunteers, and she's going to tell us what it's like. Judy Horn of Judy and Nelson Horn, Tarbell Realtors in the Desert. Today we're here with Elaine. Elaine is a volunteer at the BNP Paribas tennis tournament going on in Indian Wells, and we're going to be talking to Elaine to find out a little bit about where she's from and why she continues to volunteer at this tournament. Elaine?
Yes. You want me to tell you about why I come down?
Yes, Elaine.
Because I come down from Northern California in the Bay Area, as we call it, and the East Bay region. And my husband and I were very, very interested in tennis and great tennis fans, and we were so happy to come down here to be a part of this wonderful organization. I have had a wonderful time, even in coming down alone now, and volunteering. I've met so many wonderful people and who give of their time and the opportunity to serve, plus the fact that this is such a lovely region. The weather is beautiful, I love the landscaping, and I'm just very fond of the desert all the way around. But certainly the tennis is what hits the spot.
Elaine, who's your favorite player this time around?
I have to tell you that Andy Roddick is in my heart this year. I'm sorry that Roger Federer lost the other night, and he always has been a wonderful player, wonderful. But Andy Roddick seems to have the fire, and let's hope that he makes it this time.
And how about ladies? Who do you follow on the ladies'
Well,
side?
I was very disappointed to find that some of our American stars were derailed, shall I say. But certainly some of these young Russian girls who work so hard at it, Radwanska and Carolyn Wozniacki from Denmark, I think she shows the spirit to follow through.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about your schedule, say this time around, when you worked and what you did?
Well, it's a very well-oiled machine. I must say there are so many volunteers now that this particular organization or this particular tournament has become so large. The fifth largest in the world, and we have quite a few people, so it has to be very well organized. And the managers who take care of that have done wonderfully, placed us in all the right places, and we work long hours. We work at least 8 hours, and you work either in the morning and be finished at 4, or in the evening and you're finished whenever the matches are finished. But when you're looking at that wonderful tennis, you don't even notice the time.
Now, Elaine, are you planning on coming back next year?
I certainly am, and I will make my arrangements to do so before I leave.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with people what it's like to be a volunteer, people who really make our desert work and play and make it quite the tourist attraction it is.